Okay, Anna, these are the top questions. 37, I think, uh, 39 and 40. I'll do these three. Uh, they're, they're not hard. والله they're not hard. بس يا أخي there's a lot of steps هيك. ف هيك we'll do them. They're pretty simple. Uh, but let's start with question 37. Part A, f of 0.8. You know that when we say a function f of x, this number here is the x. So when they say f of 0.8, that means they're saying when x is 0.8. So if you go to x equals 0.8, this is 2.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, cuts the graph over here, which is at 2 point, negative 2.6, which is that correct? That's negative 2.8. Okay. So it depends, yani, and obviously in the exam, uh, the range of answers will be big. So yani, they're gonna give you, if you're not far from the answer, they're gonna give you it correct. You could, yeah, here, negative 2.8. Obviously, it's gonna be more precise when you have a pen and paper. بس يعني uh, yeah, it's fine if like you're not really that far off from the answer. Because when correcting, they cut some slack. يعني عادي they say. Uh, if you're off by like only one, then you still get it correct. Uh, so this one we said it was negative 2.8. Okay, f of x equals 2.2. Whenever we say f of x equals something, this something is always the y. Okay, so they're saying when does the graph, when is the y, like when does f of x equals 2.2? So when is the y 2.2? Okay, so you go up. So 2.2 is over here. Where does it cut the graph? It cuts the graph over here, which is at 1.2. And let me make sure of this. It cuts the graph at 1.2. Yeah. Uh, until now, يعني, it's nothing too hard. Pretty simple. Part C equation f of x has only one solution for when x is between. Okay, forget about this. Find the range of values of k in this case. Okay, in the answers, and I didn't really get what they meant here when I say the equation f of x equals k has only one solution for when y is greater than 0. Yani, I didn't really get this, but I think what they're trying to say is since here, like when y is less than 0, so when you're down here in the negatives, for example, when you say x equals 0, there's two solutions. There's one here and there's one here. But I think what they're trying to say in the answers is that when y is greater than 0, so like up here, there's only one solution. Because look here, like for example, at x equals 2, there's only one. X equals 3, there's only one. At here, there's only one. Like, there's no other answer, if you get what I mean. يعني this one part C, it's a dumb question صراحة. It's not really. Okay, I'm gonna continue here because this part C requires to graph, to draw a line. ف because I need a ruler. So just to make it accurate, okay. Part D, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation f of x equals to x minus 1. Okay, f of x is this graph here, these two lines. This is f of x. Okay, when they say f of x equals to x minus 1, okay, when we say solve this graphically, it means draw to x minus 1, which we will now, and see where these 2 points, where these two graphs are equal. When we say the two graphs are equal, it means where do they intersect. For let's say for example, so this isn't 2x minus 1. So let's say this is 2x minus 1. Let's say this is a line, and I told you f of x equals this line. When I say that, it means where do they intersect. In this case, the solution is at this point because that's where they intersect. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Uh, that means just find where they intersect. هلا انت you could put it on a calculator. When you put table 2x minus 1, it'll give you the points. Or if you want, just quickly you can find it. 2x minus 1, take x is 0 and take x is 1 to find 2 points. If x is 0, it's going to be 2 times 0 minus 1, which is negative 1. Is 1, it will be 2 times 1 minus 1, which is 1. Okay, so we have 1 point at 0, negative 1, which is over here. Okay, and you have one point at 1 comma 1, which is over here. Take your ruler. Let me hold up. To يا أخي لا hold up. ما فا والله. uh, I need to rotate it. No. Okay, like this. Okay, yeah, like this. Now you take your ruler. Okay, and you draw your line. Yeah, فهلا انت after you draw it, we want to see where they're equal. So like where these two graphs, where do they intersect? In this case, في two solutions. في one over here at 0 comma negative 1, and our second solution is over here at, it's not really accurate بس يعني say 1.3 comma 1.6. So f of x equals 2x minus 1 when x equals 0 and when x equals 1.3. Uh, Let me double check on this answer. Yeah, when x equals 0 and when x equals 1.3. Uh, that's how you do it. You just draw the line and find the intersection points. Okay, part E. When they say draw a tangent at x equals 2. Okay, my fault. Uh, هي when they say draw a tangent where x equals 2 معناتها you go to the graph to where x equals 2, which is over here. Okay, and you just draw a line. You just draw a tangent. You guys should know what a tangent is. Like this. يعني it only intersects the graph at x equals 2. So let me أضبطها بعد شوي. هيك. Just a bit. Okay, هيك. لا I can't draw. أنا بلا can. Okay, this is the tangent. Okay, and estimate the gradient. فlook, you drew the tangent. Now they say estimate the gradient, yeah? To estimate the gradient means يعني find the slope. And this was in the AMS today. Gradient يعني slope. Okay, you guys know how to find slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, you have 2 points. One here, the one we just used, and over here, 1 comma 1. You can take any other point, of course. Saying these are the ones that يعني, they look easy to me. So you have the first point 2 comma as 0.4 because over here uh, 0.4, and you have 1 1. Okay, y2 minus y1, 1 minus 0.4 over 1 minus 2. It's going to be 0.6 over 1. So your gradient, sorry, negative 1. So your gradient is negative 0.6. Around this. You can't get an exact answer for this, but the way they correct it is the person correcting looks at your graph and sees if you did the steps correctly. If you did the steps correctly and you got similarly, you got close to correct numbers, then you get the full mark. فهني كمان they got negative 0.5 which isn't wrong. Like I said, it just depends on what you have on your graph. Since أنا on my graph negative 0.6 is correct, then that would be the correct answer. فيعني it depends on your graph. As long as you know how to draw properly and you know how to calculate the slope, then you should be fine. Uh, that's it for 37. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it for 37. هلا we said we'll do 39 and 40, yeah? Yeah, 39 and 40. Okay, this one, if I'm not wrong, this came in the final. Okay, if it wasn't this one, it was this one. Yeah, it's 40, 40, this one came in the final. We'll do 40 in a bit, but First, let's do Sum 39. Uh, complete the given table. This صراحة you just do it on a calculator. Okay, you have your calculator with you. Just put -1 instead of x. 2 times -1 to the power of 3 minus 3 times -1 to the power of 2. يعني it's basic stuff. صراحة I don't think anybody got part A wrong in the final because this part A also came in the final. يعني this same style of asking the question. أكيد يعني you're gonna get let me go down to the solution. You'll get these numbers. Let me put -5, -1.5, -5, -1, -0.5, -0.5, or the last one is 4. طيب uh, يعني these you just fill in the table and then they tell you graph. Yeah, they tell you graph. uh, yeah, let's graph it. At -1, -5, so -1, -5 over here, and -0.6, -1.5. If the scale is, oh, this is a bad scale صراحة. 0.5 should be here, should be -0.6, -1.5 here. It will be, okay, -0.5, -1 over here, 0, 0 over here, 0.5, -0.5, over when 0.5, -0.5 over here, and 1, -1 starts going down again. It's obvious. 1.50, then it goes back up. وبعدين 2 comma 4. Yeah, and then you guys know you connect the dots like this. It looks like a cubic function. uh it goes up and down. It's because it has power 3. فمهم, until now if you did these two, that should be, you should, that's it, and you already got half the question correct. Okay, هلا صراحة to be honest the last part kind of hard. يعني not kind of hard, but it's the harder part. فبتاخدها هي add to current page. uh, Find the number of solutions to the equation 2x cubed minus 3x squared equals -1. Okay, what we just graphed is 2x cubed minus 3x squared. Yeah, this is 2x cubed minus 3x squared. When they're saying find the solution when it equals -1, فهمي when they say 2x cubed minus 3x squared equals -1, that means you have to look at the graph and where does it intersect -1. So over here, I'll put it in blue so you don't get confused. Over here it intersects -1, and over here it's at -1. يعني 1 is the y, -1. Okay, when is the y equals to -1? Whenever they say this, when is the y equal to -1 يعني. Okay, it's equal to -1 at 0.5, at x equals 0.5 and x equals 1, because over here it's x equals 1. That's for part C. Okay, then part D, the equation to x cubed minus 3x squared minus x equals -1 can be solved by drawing a straight line on the grid. Find the equation of this line. Okay, and now for the final, this same style of question, it was asked with a different number. Okay, and what I did is I looked at this, okay, and then I looked at my original equation, which was 2x cubed minus 3x squared. Okay, this is my original one. Okay, because when they're saying draw a straight line and they don't tell you what straight line to draw, you have to figure it out. This is how I solved it. Okay, what I do is I took minus 3x squared, I cancelled it with each other. 2x cubed, I cancelled with each other. I'm left with minus x equals -1. Okay, so شو اسمه you can't keep them يعني on left and right. يعني you can't have x on the left, x and 1 on the right. The line has to be يعني mx plus b. So take x to the other side. So that means the line I'm trying to draw is x minus 1. This line y equals x minus 1. Just to repeat, what I did is I cancelled out the ones that like we already had. Okay, and then I took the rest to the other side. Okay, why I'm doing this is because look, here when they say like when they saying draw a straight line, you don't know what straight line to draw, you have to see what changed in this equation. What changed in this equation to become this? Yani, what changed from the original equation to become this? This is how you check what changed. You cancel out the odd parts. You're left with minus x equals minus 1. And that's your line. Just take the x to the other side, of course, because you know a line is always y equals mx plus b. Okay? So you can't have x here and b here. They have to be on the same side. Your line is going to be x minus 1. For the line x minus 1, to draw it, you have to, they want only the equation of the line so far. So y equals x minus 1. And of course, here they're going to say, solve it. Yeah, solve it. To solve it, just to show you also another way that to figure it out that it's x minus 1. نحن our original equation is 2x cubed minus 3x squared. When they give us 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x equals negative 1. We want the left side to be the original equation and the right side will be everything else. So yani keep the left side 2x cubed minus 3x squared and then take x to the other side. It will be now 2x cubed minus 3x squared equals x minus 1. So this is my original. This is the new. This is yani what changed. This is we don't want this. We want to stick with the original. We figure out what changed. So you're trying to know what they did to the equation. How did they change the equation? And like I said, you can either do this method, which I like more, or you could do this method yani. Okay, and I like the first method more, which is canceling out the old one. Okay, you'll be left with x minus 1. This is when you don't know what the straight line is. Okay, when you don't know what the straight line is. Here they're saying use the graph obtained to solve the equation. So okay, they want you now draw the line. Draw x minus 1, y equals x minus 1. Let me get my ruler. Ruler over here. Okay, y equals x minus 1. Like I said for the other one, for the other when we were trying to graph the line last time, I said take x equals 0 and take x equals 1. Those are two easiest points. 0 minus 1 will be negative 1. So I have 0 comma negative 1. And 1 comma 1 minus 1 equals 0. So it's going to be 1 comma 0. So take 1 comma 0, which is over here, and 0 negative 1, which is over here. Take a ruler and connect them. Yeah, like this. Yeah, and after you get this line, obviously they're saying solve, so you have to see where do they intersect. Intersect once over here. I'll put it in green. Intersect over here once, and intersect over here once, and intersect over here once. So they're equal to each other. So your answer will be looking like this: 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus x equals negative 1 when x equals, you take the intersection points. Here is approximately negative 0.6. Here it's about, again, positive 0.6. Here it's 1. So we got three solutions because it's three intersection points. So now we just found the line by doing either the canceling method or moving it to the other side. Okay, and after finding what line to draw, you draw it, find intersection points. That's it. The tangent, let me erase this. The tangent to the graph of y equals 2x cubed minus 3x squared has a negative gradient when x equals k. Give the range of k as an inequality. Yeah, فهم لما بيقولوا negative gradient معناه let me scroll down معناتها decreasing. Okay, decreasing. Negative gradient means going down. Okay, فكل اللي عليك تعمله you have to look at our graph 2x cubed minus 3x squared and look where is it decreasing. It's decreasing over here from 0 all the way until here 1. So your answer is just going to be when x is greater than 0 and when it's less than 1. When it's between 0 and 1. That's it. That's literally it. Just see when it's decreasing. Like over here it's increasing. So this is going to be positive gradient. Here it started decreasing. So it's negative. Here it's increasing and here again it's increasing. You don't really have any negative gradient other than that. Other than between 0 and 1. That's it. Okay, now question 40. This was minus 2, this was 3, and this was 0. I think, wait, let me double check. Yeah, it is. I just got it from the answer sheet. Like I told you, just do this on the calculator. Substitute the x value on the calculator. Okay, now they're saying draw it like last time. Just draw it. Minus 1.5 down to 9.4. So it's going to be over negative 9.4, sorry. So it's going to be over here. Okay. Uh, negative 1, negative 2 over here. Negative 0 0.5, 1.9 over here. 0, comma 3 over here. 0 0.5, 2.1 over here. And 1 comma 0 over here. 1.5, negative 2.6. It's gonna be over here. Okay, you just connect them. Graph like a normal graph. Obviously I doubt people are this stupid to connect dots as straight lines. I've seen people do it. Okay, please don't do this. Don't connect them as straight lines. uh يعني I don't think people will do it, but maybe there's a few that are thinking of. I don't know, but please make it a curve, yeah. Just keep them curved. Because we're not talking about straight lines here, we're talking about curves, we're talking about parabolas and cubic functions. If you have straight lines, your marks gonna get. I don't think the person correctly will even read your paper. Okay, this is a correct graph. Like this, A and B, easy, 3 marks. That's it. This is literally all you have to do to get half the question correct in the final. Okay, use the graph to solve the equation f of x equals 0. Remember, like I think question 37, when we said f of x equals something, that means when this something is the y. So when y equals 0. So let's see when y equals 0. Let's draw the line y equals 0 to make it easier. Okay, let's take our ruler. Y equals 0 over here. Take the pen. Y, oh, that did not work. Why didn't it work? Over here. This is y equals 0. Okay, the red line. We have 2 intersection points. One over here, one over here. So my 2 solutions are, I think that's x equals negative 0.8 over here, and x equals positive 1 over here. So yeah, that's it. You don't really need anything. Negative 0.8 and x equals positive 1. Part D, by drawing a suitable tangent, estimate the gradient of the graph when x equals 1. So I will show you have to draw the tangent when x equals 1. When x equals 1 is over here. Uh, over here. So let's draw the tangent like we did last time. Let me get it correct. Uh, اقلب بعد شوي. بعد شوي. Okay, I think that's enough. Like this. This is oh, that's not. No, 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 that's wrong. That's wrong. هيك بالظبط معي صراحة. x equals 1. طب هيك خلاص هيك I'll draw it like this. See why this is wrong? I think it's just because I drew the graph wrong. The original graph is because it intersects the graph at more than 1 point. But just for the obviously on paper it's gonna be easier. But it's because I'm on computer, I can't really get the drawings to be exactly right. For now, after you draw your tangent, they're saying gradient, so find the slope. And to find the slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, you have your first point obviously, which is 1 comma 0. Okay, and take any other point. خلينا ناخد this one over here, which is 1.4 negative 2. 1.4 negative 2. طيب, uh, you find the slope y2 minus y1, so negative 2 minus 0, 1.4 minus 1. You get negative 2 over 0.4, which is on a calculator. Let me solve it 1 second. Negative 2 divided by 0.4, it's negative 5. So your slope is negative 5. So your gradient will be negative 5. Okay, obviously everybody's graph is different, so no answer is correct. Okay, it depends on what you have written on your graph, and from that your teacher correcting will give you the mark or not. Part E, by drawing a suitable tangent, solve the equation. X cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 6 uh, equals 0 for minus 1. Okay, like I told you, when they don't tell you what line to draw or where to draw it, you have to cancel out. Okay, so you write down your original one, which is x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3 over here. This is my original. Let me move the ruler. This is your original one. Okay, you write it, and then under it you write your new one, x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6 equal sorry plus x plus x plus 6 equals 0. Okay, x cubed cancels with x cubed. Minus 4x squared with minus 4x squared. Okay, 3 and 6, they cancel. But you're going to be left with plus 3, yeah? Okay, and obviously you have x plus 3 left. Okay, x plus 3, but equals 0. Okay, yeah, x plus 3 equals 0. But Anna, like I did last time, I told you can't keep it here on the left side because this was part of the original equation, okay? You're still part of the original equation. So you have to take it all the way to start your new line, which we're trying to find now. So you have to move it to the other side. You can't keep it on the left because it's still on the same side as the original where the original equation was, okay? So you take everything to the left, it will be negative x minus 3. This is your new line that you have to draw, minus x minus 3. We have to draw this line, y equals minus x minus 3. I did it by canceling, okay, by canceling, and I moved it to the right. Always move it to the right. If you have anything left that's on the left side, you must move it to the right, okay? Becomes minus x minus 3. هلا y equals minus x minus 3. Uh, like we did previously, take x equals 0 and take x equals 1. They're the easiest 2 points. 0 will be 0 minus 3 equals negative 3. Let me move this out. Wait, wait. And when it's 1, it will be 1 minus 3 equals minus 2. So our 2 points will be 0, negative 3, and 1, negative 2. Okay, 0, whoa. 0, negative 3 is going to be over here, and 1, negative 2 will be over here. And obviously connect them with a ruler uh, to draw a straight line. Connect them with the ruler. Okay. Oh, I fucked up. What did I do? Okay. خلاص هيك I think. Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. This is the line. Uh, like this. And then I think they're saying, yeah, where do they intersect? Right? You have to see where they intersect. Okay, and they intersect over here at this green point, which is at x equals, I think this should be 1.3. At x equals 1.3. Like this, يعني we're done the top questions. Uh, I think that's it. Yeah, the rest يعني they're all pretty much the same, man. These are the same, but يعني they just didn't give you graphing paper. It's the same. Okay. Obviously they might play around with the questions, but the most important part, is how to graph. Make sure you have a pencil because pen is wrong. Pen will not be accepted. Okay, please remember that to graph in pencil. Make sure you have a ruler because you're gonna need the ruler to graph the tangents and the straight lines. Okay, good luck. Inshallah, everybody does good tomorrow on the periodic. It's a pretty easy periodic apart from whatever they're gonna bring us tomorrow on the written. Okay, يلا. Salam.